Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from February 24th until March 2nd. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. All right, here we go. I do want to announce that I am running a sale on my personal readings. If you're interested in that, that link will be down below in the description. Let's take a look here. Leo, I was about to call you Gemini. Maybe some of you have Gemini placements. All right, juggling here. Definitely see you juggling things here, Leo. Two of Pentacles. Your hands are full. There's a lot on your plate. Things that you're trying to navigate. Trying to keep up with the changes of life here. I feel like you're doing a really good job, though. But I do pick up here intuitively. It's almost like you're feeling pressure here to really evolve and change things. It's almost as if like you're hearing like the divine's call. You're hearing like God or the universe like speaking to you, like, hey, like we got to start making these bigger changes with things, or adapt to these bigger changes with things here. Yeah. All right, here. Yeah, this is definitely a difficult energy that I see that you've been navigating, but okay, yeah, but I think you got this, Leo. Let's see. I'm gonna pull your oracle cards and we're gonna jump in. But there's a lot of energy here shifting this week in the astrology. We're gonna be having Mars come direct, thank God. So if you've been feeling sluggish or emotionally exhausted, Mars coming direct is gonna allow for you to gain some traction and also give you some strength and motivation and initiative that you may have been feeling like you have been lacking. And then we're going to have a new moon in Pisces on the 28th. Yeah, the 28th. Could be the 27th. 28th, 27th. And then we have Venus going retrograde. So that's going to be an interesting one. We'll see if that shows up here in your reading. And then the Sun squared Jupiter. All right, you pulled this third house card. It says messages here. It's definitely going to be some important communication here that transpires for you for the week here. The third house does deal with communication and messages, but it also deals with ambition. And it deals with your skills and your talents and your ability to be able to initiate things, right? So some of you may have very active placements in your third house. I would definitely look at your chart because there's something going on with your third house right now. But the third house is about starting new ventures. I think that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to start new ventures here, right? So you have a lot of ambition at this time. And I think Mars coming direct is going to really kind of activate that more. Yeah, there's like things that you're like craving at this time, Leo. But communication definitely a big thing here happening. You did pull a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon and Libra card here. Well, I think with this third house, the messages card, if you've been looking for good news, I think this is good news. And I wanted to say that immediately because I got that in the intuitive download when I pulled that card because it connected me right to the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury does deal with communication. It's connected to the third house. And Cancer deals with some type of emotional communication, intimate communication, but it's comfortable. It feels good. And I think there's a win-win here in your situation. But it's definitely something that you're trying to work out at this time. So, you can't just sit back and be idle just because I said that, right? It's like you definitely still have to be engaged with what you're doing. So let's see here. Leo. Let's pull this last oracle card and then we'll jump into your read. Yeah, you pulled this tobacco card. It says reciprocity. So, yeah, you're looking for the reciprocal energy. You're looking for the reciprocity here. You're ultimately seeking peace and balance and harmony emotionally. And I see that here. So let's jump into your read. You pulled the Judgment here for the overall energy. This is what I was talking about. It's like the universe is screaming. The divine is like wanting you to make certain decisions here with this Judgment. Like the Judgment card isn't just some some minor decision, right? It's like a major decision. And you could be feeling under pressure at this time. Maybe there's major changes going on. The Judgment's Pluto, and Pluto's in Aquarius, and Pluto's opposing you at this time. So of course you're experiencing the Judgment energy. Right? I'm a Leo. Literally, the sun is literally opposing me directly. So, like, exact. So, but all Leos are going to have to deal with this energy. I mean, you're already going through it. But it's like Pluto is transformation and change. And so there's definitely transformation and change that you're going through. And it's like, it feels very confronting in a way. And I'm not reading biasly. I'm just reading the energy. It's like, it's very confronting in a way because it's almost like the world needs you, Leo. Like, and it's almost like you need to like show up or something like that. Or maybe there's new things that you want to start, new ventures that you want to start, new things that you want to do. And Pluto's all about transformation and change and evolution. And so it's like you're going through this whole reshaping of your identity. You pulled the Three of Cups here in your current energy at this time. And I think this could be positive news entering into the week. Three of Cups is good things to celebrate. It's also really good social energy as well, right? Just being able to connect with people, share with people. It's like a good time. It's a feel-good, positive energy here. So I do see that here. And I think there's a lot of things in your life right now that you are, like blessings here that you're counting, or you're just recognizing the blessings here in your life. And you could be really just appreciating those things more here. You have the Two of Pentacles here in your challenge position. There's a lot that you're managing, right? Two of Pentacles is learning the dance of change, and a reminder that life is always changing. And sometimes it's changing rapidly. Sometimes it's changing slowly. Sometimes it's changing rapidly. Sometimes there's major changes that happen. Sometimes there's not so much of major changes. But it's just the constant having to keep up and improvise, adapt, and overcome. And I think that's what you've been doing, but it's been difficult. I think there's a lot on your plate when it comes to work, when it comes to others, when it comes to being of service, relationships, your community. There's a bunch. But you're doing your best. I think you're handling it pretty well. You have the Two of Swords as your advice. The Two of Swords says it's actually Moon in Libra, and astrologically this creates a square. Two of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn squaring the Two of Swords, which is Moon in Libra. So it's like Moon in Libra is trying to find that emotional comfortability and emotional harmony of balance, fairness, equality, and adjustments to things that bring things back into alignment. And I think that maybe your work or just a situation in general is rough and hard. And so it's like you've been having to do more work than usual, or just having to do more work in general, so that way you can grow or you can increase the positivity in certain areas of your life. And that's been the difficult part. Like you haven't been able to really feel that settling in, like that's feeling settled with things. But I get here with the Ten of Swords in the future, then the Hierophant being here in the outcome. I know that the Ten of Swords usually when something comes to an end, but it's interesting because the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant connect together in the astrology. And so when you pull these two cards, there's a good connotation with it, a positive one, because the Ten of Swords, this person, it may not be in this deck, but he's holding up those two fingers in the Ten of Swords. He's like, okay, I realize that I don't know, or I'm ready for change. And then the Hierophant is the one that shows up. It's the guide, right? It's the guide. It's when Luke Skywalker meets Yoda. It's when fucking Neo meets Morpheus. So there could be a really strong guide or a mentor or something here that you're learning that's allowing for you to finally solve something that has been some type of pattern that has not been giving you the outcome that you've been wanting. So the Ten of Swords is putting an end to, it's the definition of insanity, right? So it's putting an end to the insanity of something, right? And the Hierophant is growth, knowledge, but also too, you're a mentor and a guide and a teacher. You're a grower, a leader. So this is your chance to help others, especially with the Three Cups Judgment. But I think it's like, man, it's like, Leo, I feel you've been this is, this Pluto in Aquarius is like you've been sacrificing so much of yourself that it's like for a Leo, it's like a Leo needs their identity. Right? They need their sense of self and their individuality. And Aquarius kind of is like, nah, motherfucker, like you gotta, like, this is not about you, right? You gotta, like, so there's a part of yourself that's like trying to balance that energy. You have this Wheel of Fortune here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Well, the Wheel of Fortune connects to the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. That the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, and the Hierophant connects to Jupiter as well, because the Hierophant's a teacher and a guide, right? Mentor, and that's what Jupiter is. And so and this is all boiling down to these two simple things. That's positivity and growth. And I think one thing that you're unaware of at this time is that you're going through a lot of growth, and right now it may be hard and difficult, and what you're not seeing, what you're not aware of at this time is that these changes are actually good changes here for you. Like, and good things are happening as a result. All right, let's clarify your read. This chair has always annoyed me. I don't even think y'all give a shit, but if you do give a shit, I don't know why this chair, like the arms on this chair are like so high that like when I sit, like my shoulders shrug up. I'm like, why did they just put them lower? Clarify the judgment. Clarify the judgment. You pulled this blindfold card. It says unseen. Yeah. Man, this is so Plutonian. Holy shit. Because Pluto's the invisible one. Pluto, Hades, is the invisible one. And so it's almost as if there's like this invisible force in front of you. And in a way, it's like it's kind of, Pluto's like intensity. So it's like you feel this intense change, but it's like you can't make it out really. Like it's hard to know, and so that creates uncertainty and fear. And I kind of get that here in a way for you. That the changes and the evolution that you're going through at this time, it's like you can't see everything. It's like all these things are just changing, or like you just feel that provocative energy of like the universe just like taking you on this deep change, like this deeper inner change. Clarify the Three of Cups in your current energy. Yeah, you pulled this flower bouquet. It says potential here. Yeah, you have lean on your support at this time, Leo. I think there's people here that really admire you and want to see you succeed and that do love you. And sometimes we can get so caught up in the negativity that we don't see that. And I think here that the more you rely on your support, not come codependent to it, right? But just it's there for you. And I think you'll be able to I think it can really help you here. Clarify the Two of Pentacles in your challenge. You pull this hammer card, it says forge. See, y'all just think I'd be making shit up. Literally, Capricorn's like the hammer. The Two of Pentacles, and like doing the work, right? Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. So I was like, and I have Jupiter and Capricorn. It's like doing the work so you can grow and expand. And Jupiter's in a fall position, so it's like extra work that you feel like you have to do, right? Because like an exalted planet, a planet that's exalted, like for instance, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So the challenge of what Cancer brings to Jupiter actually excels with that challenge. But like a debilitated planet, or like a planet being in at its fall position, right? Like the challenge that it brings to it, like the challenge that Capricorn brings to Jupiter is like, oh shit, I got to do extra work to get to rise above this challenge or to overcome this challenge. I bet Leos are like, holy fuck, how the fuck does he know this? Well, it's really not that. I mean, it's basically just basic astrology, but that's why I love that. That's the beauty of it. It's like when you know astrology and like tarot really well, it's like you can really get deep insights. So if there's any tarot readers out there, it's like sharpen your knowledge on astrology, and like your reads will like just scream like all like will just bring out all this deep stuff. And it's like everything connects too. It's so crazy how astrology connects to tarot. Like even the card meetings, like the Ten of Swords, the Sun of Gemini, right? But it's like everything is so connected. So even if you're doing a reading for yourself, right? I guarantee it. If you have cards, like for instance, there's a lot of Pisces energy right now in the astrology. I guarantee it. Maybe not immediately, but the probability of you pulling the Moon card, the High Priestess, or just cards that deal with water are going to come out. Because everything is connected, as above, so below. And so the tarot just reflects the human experience through what's going on with the transits. Clarify the Ten of Swords in the future. You pull this tree card that says roots here, or it says root here. You're getting to the root of the problem of something. Yeah. That's Pluto. Pluto is the wealth giver. But first you got to dig and get that shit, right? So it's unseen. You got to dig down to the bottom of the roots, and you got to transform and take out what it is that has been stopping your evolution, that has been stopping the transformation of something. But whatever that is, I feel like is what you're finding here. That's helping you get to the root of a problem here. Clarify the Hierophant. You pulled this Mountain card. It says goals here. Yep. Some of you could be like life coaches, or you could be someone that really helps other people, like you inspire other people. Leo, you're a leader, so pretty much anything that you do, you have very strong influence with. Like people honor and respect you. Like dignified placements, what you do is just honorable. So if you have like a Moon in Cancer, like people honor like your emotions. Right? So because the way you go about problems, right, the way you go about things, you do it in a respectful, dignified way, and so that just naturally makes people respect and understand. So with the Hierophant being here, and I'm not just talking about Leos, I'm talking about any dignified placement. And I know a lot goes into astrology too. It's where it's like you have to, there's a lot of other stuff that interact with that. So it's like you can't just say that, but the theory. Like if you have Mars in Capricorn, people respect your grind. Clarify the two. And I think here in the outcome, you're definitely, there's your bigger goals here are starting to transpire here for you, and I think you're like ready for that growth and ready for that leap here. So you could definitely be, you know, learning a lot more, sharpening your skills, deepening your knowledge here, teaching others, guiding others. You pulled this butterfly card. It says transformation, and it's with the Two of Swords as your advice. Yeah, and I think ultimately the transformation that you're seeking is like balance and peace and harmony. But there's, you know, in order to get to that first, is like there's still like a lot of work that you're having to do. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. You pull this hand card, it says reciprocity. So I think you're actually very close to receiving something. Like the universe, the divine, or God, I like to say God, your hard work is not going unnoticed. The struggles that you're going through are not going unnoticed. You may have the channel of struggle in human design. If you don't know your human design, I would look it up, because you may have the channel of struggle. But it's been a struggle. But I think your hard work is not going unseen. So the universal laws of balance are definitely about to bless you here. So that's what I got for you, Leo. I'm wishing you the best. If you want to book a reading with me, that link's down below in the description. Again, my reads are on sale. If you need clarity, confirmation, guidance, or if you just need me to answer any specific question, whatever it is, I'm definitely here for you. If If you're newer to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise, I'm not Leo, and wish you the best, and I will see you later.